Aha, so it's Orcs. Interesting. He's got what? A goblin and a thrower. I can't actually tell what he's got from this. Can't tell what he's got from that because they're all hiding. Give me back the old roster page, please. 4 Black Orcs, 4 Blitzers. He hasn't really taken advantage of the unnerfing very well, has he? I guess like he's just got a throw instead of a lineman, which isn't the best. You could not take Mighty Blow on a plus strength dancer. Line's about right, yeah. He rolled plus strength. A strength 5 war dancer. Holy shit. A strength 5 war dancer is more than I couldn't even believe how good that would be. There's been plays like that on Fumble. There was Vindaloo was a strength 5 agility 5 war dancer. That's just, what do you even do against that? No, absolutely, that's absolutely fucking standard bleeding hippie, isn't it? Absolutely fucking standard. So my pro tip would always be to kick with Undead because they can struggle on offense a little bit. And he has chosen to kick, so he's doing what I do. I would try to kick against Undead. Obviously they might get the Mighty Blow going and make it easier on themselves, but I think that they struggle more on offense than defense. Just because zombies on defense, zombies are pretty good, aren't they? They stand on the line, they tie people up, they get punched a lot. But on offense, they're fucking moving forward, which is pretty shit. Debog, yeah, Debog is a good player. But in the Undead mirror, maybe I would want to receive. But yeah, I would generally kick in all. I would generally kick with Undead just because they're better on defense. Because you can just move your mummies back so they don't get blitzed by your opponent's mummies. Don't really get to make a blitz. I guess I could 2D him with him. Is that worth it? Maybe. No, I think I'm not gonna. Right, so obviously a little bit weak to a blitz here, but he's Orc, so it shouldn't matter too much even if he gets it. Aha. I mean, I don't know. I don't really know what I'm doing with these pushes. These quick snap moves. To be honest, just moving at random. No pro tips here. Just random moves. So that's a bit of a shitter on the sideline there. I'm going to open with a 3D. I can't resist 3D. Because seeing as I'm going to blitz this guy anyway. Right, so if I move to assist here, then a push is terrible. Unless I blitz from there. So I could go here. No. Got to think about where the push is going to go. Because obviously if he's still standing, you don't want him to be able to block you. But this is a bit crap, him tying up 2 players. There you go, nobody's perfect. Go ahead and screen that off. Try a cheeky 2D. Got him. Elf screen it up. Absolutely standard. Right, now a 2D without block. Well, I don't really want to make this, but I kind of have to, don't I? Hey. Because I'm going to have to reroll the pickup, that's the thing. Elf screen. Oh, love it. I guess this guy could, because at the moment he could 2D this mummy. So I guess break the Elf screen formation and make sure he can't 2D the mummy easily. Oh, he couldn't have done anyway because of this guy being stunned. Never mind. Try to pay attention, that's a good pro tip. Yeah, I had to reroll the pick up there, didn't I? Because 3 times out of 8 would have gone into the crowd and God knows what would have happened. Elf screening is the worst. By the way, elf screening, mindlessly elf screening is the worst thing you can do. But this isn't really an elf screen, is it? But it's just, you know, you don't want to make it easy for people to pressure you. Dwarves do the best against woodies in NAF tournaments. So, ooh, could maybe surf this. I guess he's going to blitz here now because otherwise standing him up is a bit dodgy. Yeah. I mean, that was a bit silly by him because obviously without block his chances aren't great. This looks like he's still going to get surfed, doesn't it? Unless I guess he's going to go on men's contact now. He doesn't really have a choice, does he? Unless he bases this guy up, he's in trouble. Thing is though, even as, of course, AV9 teams, well, someone was just talking about Norse against Bash teams. Obviously AV9 Bash is just better than AV7 Bash, but sometimes Norse just fucking get you. They're a pain in the ass. And this is pretty annoying to deal with, isn't it? I guess I have to block him, blitz him, block him, block him. Don't get to surf anybody. Block him, blitz him, block him, block him. So do I want to do anything with the ball first? See, so like obviously even there, even though I'm going to try and just beat everybody up, the most important thing that you shouldn't forget about is moving the ball in a safe manner first. Pro tip there. Now if this is a double skull, or 1 in 9. I'll move these here first. Now I know it's okay. I'm not going to re-roll any hits now. I guess I could have moved him in there because the ball was actually pretty safe. I mean, the ball's very safe now, isn't it? Move him out there and do this dodge, because these are Black Orcs, they're no real threat. I don't want to get surfed, so I'll make this dodge. Ooh. The thing is, though, against Norse, obviously, this is why I think Norse basically have to take a Yeti, because without him, what do you even do against Dwarves and Orcs? It feels horrendous. It feels like a horrendous matchup. But I just don't like Norse anyway. They're just so dicey. Some games they win and there's nothing you can do, and sometimes they lose and it feels like there's nothing you can do. So I don't know. Shame I couldn't isolate the troll there, but still. It's not easy, is it, with only... This is why I think the 3 rerolls is better than 2. Because when people just base all of your guys like this, it's not easy. You've only got 2 block. And you haven't got that much strength, although you've got 2 strength 5 guys. You know, mostly strength 3. So maybe I could have kept him there, because maybe he's going to base my ghoul here. But the thing is, even if he does base my ghoul, oh no, he can't, because there's a screen here as well. So he couldn't base the ghoul, so it was right to not have him in front. That's pretty good from him there, because now obviously I've got to defend against coming back as well. Defend the backside of the cage as well, so that's a good play by him. Now, I want to make that block into this blitz. Nice. Whoa, KO. Oh, I don't have my soundboard on. Shit. So you can blitz here, can't you? So that's the cage. I mean, I guess I could have moved this guy here first, seeing as that was always my plan. So I guess that was a pro tip, that I should have moved him first. I would really love to make this block. Rather than the dodge. But I guess I just can't. I've got to make the dodge, haven't I? Alright, and these guys can stay down, I guess. Because this will only take up one person's action to knock him down again. He could stand up here, but then he could get surfed. So he'd have to GFI to here. It would be kind of useful to get him up though, wouldn't it? No, good lad. And this one you'd be looking at 2 GFIs really. Yeah, I'll stand him up. Come on, zombie. Ah, boo. Over the halfway line, that's pretty good in the first 3 turns. And now he's got to stand somebody next to his troll to pick him up, hasn't he? Which is good. And he got a push. He used his reroll. Well, a bad reroll. And he used his action, so that's good. That was great, that, using an action and a reroll. Sure, I'm not saying Norse Yetis are particularly good, but I just think without them, you've just got no chance against Armour 9 teams, that's what I'm saying. That was a tough call for him. I don't know why he took quite so long there. So I've got my mummies leading the charge, haven't I? Which is quite desirable. Hey, really stupid. So he used a player and it still failed. So now I can just move everyone the fuck away from that troll, which is great. Yeah, humans aren't that bad against woodies because they tend to get, you know, tackle pommers relatively quickly. And, you know, just generally have tackle pom at all. Because chaos obviously takes ages for them to get tackle pom. Yes, was the show hands, of course. Yeah, starting show hands is handy for humans against woodies. So another player here. This guy is a bit problematic. Could blitz him and would really like to power him. I'm just going to open with that move, even though it's maybe not technically the best move you can possibly make. I just want to get the power. Of course I double skull it, but that was one where I think it was worth using the reroll. And could 1D him. Now I'm just going to stick a zombie on this guy here. In fact, I can stick him on the goblin as well, can't I? He can stay here for now, so that if this is a double down, there's still a bit of a cage. I guess he has to stand up. He's not going to make the GFIs, is he? If he's smart, he could chain push him down, but he still can't really get a 2D, so that's not so bad. He's got a lot of guys here, he hasn't got anyone out here. I can't tag him because the follow 2D would get him. I could tag him. It's a little bit dodgy. I think just get him out in front is a good idea. So if he jams a load of players in, it's not that much of a problem, is it? I really don't like using mummies for the cage, to be honest. Like, even though obviously I'm doing it right now, I think it's a bit too risky using them as the cage. Yeah, I don't actually like using them. Well, I don't ever like using the next cage anyway. This was just, I was just forced into using them for the cage, really. Because now it's a GFI from the blitz, isn't it? He can block him, run out over here. And then like, basically ghouls are just like kind of shit, but also kind of good skinks. So I'd rather cage with them. I'd rather keep these guys safe and like cage around. But he made quite a good move, moving this Black Orc behind me, so that I kind of had to cage properly a little bit. But this GFI to hit is going to be bad. And so is this block. But the zombie here is going to put in some, and yeah, 2 dodges away. This is going to be pretty annoying. Hey, 1 in 9, got him. Good zombie. That was great by that zombie, wasn't it? Now his troll's completely abandoned. Alright, this sucks, but I've got to make this GFI. It's the only way to get 2 dice on him, isn't it? I already had the assist, didn't I? Oh, that was a bit dumb. That was not a pro tip. Got to make this one too. Good. He can fuck off. I might score earlier than turn 8 then now. Don't want to stand him up yet. Yep, just like skinks. Just like skinks, they fail dodges a decent amount of the time. Of course you can, Monkey G. Undead, no, I think Undead. They're not overpowered. They're no more overpowered than Wood Elves or Dark Elves or Skaven. They play fair. I just think Undead are the best of the fair teams. Like they're armor 3 mostly. They're pretty slow mostly. They're low agility mostly. Obviously, ghouls are really good, but they're not. They're like good value in that, but they're not bonkers like good runners or how skinks can be. They're just kind of solid. They're just like the most solid team, more solid even than Dark Elves at low team value. I guess yeah, I think Undead and Dark Elves are similar in that they're kind of solid rather than unfair. I think Woodies and Rats are probably more overpowered in that respect. Oh, that sounds good then, Muppet Pipeman. Maybe everything's gonna... Oh, well, hopefully he just loses. It says your opponent's disconnected. No. Yeah, mummies are obviously great players, but they're just a big guy. like a big guy isn't as relevant at winning games as mass agility 4, one turn in claw palm is. So like, that's why I think every big guy should be buffed massively, because I just think the German vanilla rice screen. Thank you, my tiny life. Yeah, tiers unfair, tier 1, tier 2. Yeah, I think Undead are fair. They try to win just by bashing and moving the ball around, which is kind of fair, isn't it? Whereas Woodies win by doing outrageous things, and Skaven win by doing outrageous things, and at High TV, Chaos and Undead and Nurgle win by doing outrageous things. Maybe I should have stood this guy up actually first, because to stop that assist for the 2D on the mummy. But he could have just done this and done this block first anyway, so I don't think it would have mattered too much. Let's get a splat goblin now. Wow, we made his 4+ activation. Right, so stun this guy up. Stun this guy up. Don't want to blitz with him. If I stunned him up to block him, he could blitz. Yeah. Right, so first things first, block this goblin with block. Fail to hurt him. This was great. I should have maybe done this block after the other block, because if it was if I'd knocked this guy down first, pushing him would have been better than pushing him to there. But it's not so bad. Let's do this one first while I think. So if I stunned him up, move him in there, blitz him, or dodge him out, move him to there, move him in there and blitz him. Well, now that makes the dodge out a lot worse, doesn't it? Okay, I'll just chain the mummy over there, I think. That seems like an okay thing to do. And keep him there so he's free to do whatever he wants. Move him there so we can't get based. Should have done that first. Right. Yeah, probably should be easy as Tolton's, because he's got to make a charge for it this turn, hasn't he? And could have moved the mummy to here. I don't really know why I've moved him here. But I did. And we'll concede, so no touchdown, but a 2-0 victory to kick us off, kick off the pro tips. Crappy victory animation from the mummy, but never mind. Alright, so just cull things there. Hey, 60k. 2 Ghoul MVPs is fine. I mean, even though they'll mostly be scoring the touchdowns, it's fine to do that. 20 outblocked him 20 to 13. He just based all men's, didn't he, and didn't really try to do much.